All right, we're going to build some scatter plots. First thing I'm starting with here is you have some people's heights, some people's weights, and we can plot them and kind of show the relationship between the two variables. And so you can just kind of grab the two columns that you want, go to Insert, and here there's a scatter plot option. So I'm just going to hit this. It's going to give me a scatter plot. I do not like the way this scatter plot looks. We have a lot of blank here that isn't doing any work. And so we can start modifying the chart to be what we want at that point. So I'm going to set the minimum a little bit higher so we can kind of see, once we spread this out, what it looks like. I'm going to need to label everything, give it a better title, stuff like that. So that's where I'm going to start. Let's say adult heights versus weight. All right, so something like that. In general, it's well, not in general, but sometimes you'll have a situation like this where it's pretty obvious which one's which. So when you're talking about height or weight, most adults are not going to be 60 pounds. No adults are going to be 200 inches tall, based on how our things are set up. So when we go here, we hit the plus and add the axis titles. This is clearly going to be height in inches, and so the x-axis is going to be height, and then the y-axis is clearly weight. Oh my, why won't it? There we go. Weight in pounds. Okay. So we have a chart showing the relationship here. So as height is increasing, we see generally the dots are going up. The weight and the height tend to go up and down together, right? Up and down together, so it's positively correlated. We can also show that using something like a trend line, so you can add things like trend lines in. I'm not really a big fan. At some point, Microsoft decided to add trend lines in the same color as the other dots here, which is annoying. So I tend to go ahead and format that trend line with some different fill things where I'm like, okay, let's at least make it a different color so you can see it, and then get rid of the dashes. I don't really need dashes and things like that. And now we have a basic scatter plot. It looks something like this, and you can see the positive slope of the trend line. If you really want to highlight the slope of the trend line, you can also add the slope-intercept form equation onto it there. So if I click that, if I go back here, if I click that display equation on chart, it's going to give me the actual equation and show you that for each time y increases by 1, which is height, or I'm sorry, y, which is weight, x tends to go up by 2.34. So we can kind of see, or I'm sorry, I had that right the first time. Gosh dang it. So each time x increases by 1, so when height increases by 1, roughly weight goes up by 2.34 pounds each time. That's what it shows you. So anyway, that's a basic scatter plot, whatever. That's how I will tend to have you build them in class, is just basic something like this, throw in a trend line, and then we'll talk about kind of the relational stuff here, because we're also talking about correlation at the same time. Sometimes it's not clear which one's on X and which one's on Y, so I'm going to build a second one here. We have some couples, wife age, husband age. I'm going to insert a scatter plot. You're going to see they're going to be in similar scale, so 0 to 80, 0 to 80. And so it's not clear which one is which age. In general, the first column on the left, so if you're doing two columns, the one on the left tends to get put on the X, the one on the right tends to get put on the Y. We can check to make sure that's true. So if we have especially a strange data point, or one that's kind of on the extreme, so if you mouse over any of the particular dots, so this one right here is 2120. So we can look for that. So here's 2120. There are no other dots that are going to look like that particular one. So this is the youngest couple. We could also use the oldest couple similarly, 6876, which actually also happens to be at the top here. If they're not right at the top, you can also, highlight Control Shift and look for 68 and say, okay, there's 6876, and find it that way as well. But anyway, so it does look like 2120 So this is on the 20 here. So the wife is on the X and the husband's on the Y, like I said. So then when you're marking it out, you'll know wife, age, and then this is husband age. So anyway, couple ages. Let's do couples ages. How about like that? Okay, so we have something like that. We can throw in the trend line, all that fun stuff, just like before. Anyway, you're going to end up with something like this. You can then also manipulate stuff if you want. So, for instance, if you wanted, like, you could highlight out each one where the husband is younger than the wife or something like that. So if you take, if this is less than this one, otherwise nothing, you know, so we could do some things like this, since that would be the less common, would be the husband being younger. So 5149, so here's 51, here's 49, so that's them right there. Then you could click on that one twice and highlight it a different color. Let me make this a little bigger so you can see it better. All right, so we could do that for each of these or something like that. So if you had like companies you were working on or something, you could highlight all the ones, but a particular company in a particular color. 28, 29, 29, 28. So that must be this one, right? So you can kind of highlight particular ones and do other things as well. So the thing with scatterplots is you can show the relationship really easily, and then if you have particular things you want to show, you can use the individual dots, but that's really about it. So anyway, that's how to build a basic scatterplot. Line them up, throw it on there, give it a trend line, and then label it appropriately so people can tell what the thing does, and that's really about it. So that's it for today.